Welcome to General Psychology, Psych 100, fully online. My name is Dan DiPolo, and I will be walking you through some of the basic setup for my course this semester. So you want to log into my Blackboard course on your Blackboard account. So make sure you have access to Blackboard. That's like the first thing you have to do. If you don't have access to Blackboard, you want to go to the second floor of the library, the fifth floor of the BMCC main building, 199 Chambers Street, and get access to Blackboard. And there should be some Blackboard tutorials for online learning that have been implemented. And you want to complete all of that so you have a general idea of the online learning environment, which is in Blackboard. So the first thing you do is you're going to read an announcement. So I'll have an announcement here, a welcome message, and you want to complete that, read through that, and obviously you're clicking on this video, so you want to go through the steps of the video so you know what's going on in the course. So let me just open up the syllabus. So if you go to course information, you'll have all these interesting things, and the three most important things at this point are the syllabus, which I'm going to walk you through. You can download that. The course guide, and the semester may change, but this is basically the setup for everything you need to know. Syllabus here, course guide here. The syllabus is just kind of all the rules for the course. The course guide is week by week, and you really want to rely on the course guide. You want to complete everything on the course guide week to week, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then obviously Launchpad registration, which is going to get you into the computer-based modules that I'm going to have you do every week. So you want to click on this, and I'll walk you through this to set up your account, and you're going to be doing this every week. You also have rubrics in case you want to see how you're being graded. This is a link to use the discussion board. If you don't know how to use the discussion board, it's fairly simple. And the free Microsoft Office from BMCC, you click on this link, you can download Excel, Word, PowerPoint. 3 programs that you really need to know going forward. So let's start with the syllabus, and I have a copy of it open right here. Here's a copy of your syllabus. Now, it may not be your exact course or your exact semester, but it'll look similar to this. Here's my email. Obviously, this is an online course, so preferred communication is through email. Phone is kind of hard because I'm in and out of the office, but my phone number is listed in case you need it. My office is also listed here in case you need to set up an appointment to see me. You could come meet with me during my office hours or at another time that we agreed to. That's up to you. But most of the communication, if not all the communication, can be done through email. Here's a course description for Psych 100. It's a survey course looking at how human behavior is shaped by mental processes. And I will not do the entire, the entire field of psychology because obviously it's one semester. It's too much to do in one semester. But I'll pick out the most relevant, interesting concepts according to me. And I will cover things like introductory to psych, the experimental and research methods component. I'm big on that. The brain and neuroscience, development, learning and memory. I don't know if I'll get into too much stress and health, social psych. I'll talk about motivation a little bit. So there's a lot going on in the course, but obviously it's not the entire field of psychology. I mean, at some universities there's a 2-semester course for intro psych, so you have intro 1 and intro 2. Within the CUNY system, there's only one. It's general psychology, and that's not enough to cover the entire field. But if you're interested in something that I don't cover, you can always get back to me, email me, talk to me about it, and I'll give you some resources to find out more information. Obviously, this course is fully online, so you should be comfortable using Blackboard. Get very comfortable using it. Comfortable setting your own deadlines, and that's very important. I give you deadlines, and you need to hold yourself to those deadlines. If you don't meet the deadlines, you're going to struggle in the course. So you should be going to the course guide which is the weekly guide of what is required in this course, and you should be completing everything on time. If you submit your discussion board posts or your Launchpad assignments late, you're going to lose points. So you should be doing everything on time. And that's the tricky thing about online courses is you have to be accountable to yourself, not just to me, but to yourself. So you have to have some discipline, and you got to have some, you need to be reliant on yourself, and you need to be able to set your own schedule and to exercise time management, because I'm not there to push you. I'm there through email. I'm there through the lectures, the online lectures and whatnot. But I'm not like going to be calling on you and saying, "What are you going to give this to me? When are you going to do this? You need to do this." You have to do that for yourself. And if you're not really comfortable with that, I would suggest, trying to change this behavior, because it'll help you going forward, or dropping the course and taking a face-to-face course where the instructor is there to like kind of push you. The online course is you have to be self-motivated. And if you're not self-motivated, you're going to struggle. Now, with this course, I'm going to have you purchase the Launchpad Learning Program from Macmillan Publishers. So if you purchase the Launchpad, you will get an ebook included with that. So you don't have to purchase the textbook separately unless you think you're going to go into psychology or use the book in the future. If you're going into a career in psychology, I suggest you purchase the loose leaf version along with the Launchpad, so you have a hard copy. Because what will happen is after the course is finished, the Launchpad will expire and you will have no access to the ebook going forward. So if you're interested in psychology or pursuing psychology, I would say buy the loose leaf package with the Launchpad access code. And you can get that through the BMCC bookstore, or you can also find it online. You want the loose leaf combined with the access code for Launchpad. If you don't think you're going to need the book in the future, you can just buy the Launchpad access code online and you get the ebook. And you can study that way, and it's a little cheaper. It's about $30 cheaper or so. And that will be enough for this course. You must, however, purchase Launchpad for this course. If you don't purchase Launchpad, you'll get a 0. And I have done this in the past. I've given students 0 for Launchpad. And that 0 is going to affect your grade tremendously. It's going to be very hard to pass with a 0 because it's about 20% of your grade. So it's required that you must have the Launchpad access. I understand costs and all this, people are on a strict budget and whatnot, but it is a college course. I can't be there to really push you along or give you quizzes every week because it's an online course. I need you to use the Launchpad learning environment because it's going to keep pushing you forward. It's going to keep you on track, and you're going to learn a lot from it. I wouldn't select it if I didn't think it was really necessary for an online course, and I do believe it's an excellent product. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to shell out some money for the Launchpad Learning Access. For those that want to go into psychology, please buy the book on top, at least a loose leaf copy of the book on top of the access code or with the access code, so you don't have the ebook, because the ebook will expire at the end of the course. Here are the student learning outcomes. You can go through all this. The required reading is Myers and DeWalt Psychology Modules 11th edition, loose leaf with Launchpad access code, which will last you about 6 months. If you get the loose leaf, you have the loose leaf forever. If you just buy the access code, you only have the ebook for about 6 months. It's available at the campus bookstore, and it's also available online. Here's some information about the retail. You might be able to find it for cheaper, I don't know. But it has to be the 11th edition. It cannot be the 10th edition. It cannot be the 12th edition. The 12th edition just came out. I'm not using it yet. It's got to be the 11th edition. Course theme: the greatest discovery of my generation is that human beings can alter their lives by altering their attitudes of mind. That's William James, the founder of American psychology. So you'll learn in this course that cognition affects behavior, behavior affects cognition. It goes both ways. Several ways to change things, and this is what's brought up in terms of cognitive behavioral therapy, is if you change your cognitions, you will change your behaviors, and once you change your behaviors, that will influence your cognitions, and it's a very effective technique. And so psychology is about going both ways. And I'll talk about the nature-nurture debate as well. Nature influences nurture, which influences nature. And there's a lot of reciprocal relationships within psychology. In terms of technology, I made all online video lectures for the course, and they're accessible through the weekly guide. So you'll see a tab in Blackboard that says weekly guide. You click on weekly guide, and then you click on the relevant week that you're in, and you will have all your to-do stuff. You'll have your lectures, you'll have your Launchpad assignments, you'll have your discussion board posts, and whether there's going to be any exams or projects due. And there are 3 exams and there are 2 projects throughout the semester. You will also be doing one project with Microsoft Excel. So once again, if you go to course information, you can download Microsoft Excel for free as a BMCC student, and you'll be doing the correlation project using Microsoft Excel. And it's important to learn how to use Word, Excel, and PowerPoint when you go into the job market, because you're expected to do this. Everybody needs to know how to use Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or you're not going to be competitive. And you may say, well, I never used this before, and my job doesn't really entail using it. Yes, it does. Every job is using Microsoft Excel. You work in a supermarket, you work in Starbucks, you're using Microsoft Excel. So this is a very important program to have some proficiency at, and I'm going to be introducing it, and I'll give you a step-by-step walkthrough and video of how to do the project, and by the end of the course, you'll have some experience using it, and maybe you'll be a little more comfortable. And it's important that you get comfortable using Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. In terms of Launchpad, getting started with Launchpad, you see in the syllabus I give you this link here. If you click on this link, it'll take you right to the Launchpad website. Now, your semester and your section number should be correct here. You should know what section you're in and what the semester you're in, obviously. Hopefully you know what year it is and what semester you're in. And you want to go to New Student Registration. If you purchase the loose leaf Launchpad, the loose leaf Myers book with Launchpad, you're going to put I have a student access code. You enter the access code here. If you want to just purchase access with the ebook, you're going to click this button. And if you don't have the money to purchase access, but you're going to pay later, you can click I need to pay later and register. And when you do that, you get a 3-month, not 3 months, you wish you had 3 months. You get a 3-week trial to the Launchpad learning software. And whatever email that you use to register for the free trial, you must use the same email address when you actually pay for it later, after the free trial expires. So it's 3 weeks free, and then you have to pay, and you must use the same email address. If you do not use the same email address, your grades are going to be all jumbled for me, and basically you're not going to get credit for the 3 weeks of work you did when you were on the free trial. So you must use the same email address for the free trial and when you purchase access, and that is not negotiable. Let's review this once again. If you bought the loose leaf book or a hard copy with the Applia access code, you enter the access code here, you register. If you want the ebook with the Launchpad access only, you click I want to purchase access. If you want the ebook, but you can't do it, you can't pay for it right now because you're waiting for a financial aid or whatnot, you click I need to pay later, you get 3 weeks free, and then you have to pay at the end of the 3 weeks. And you must use the same email address before for the free trial, right? And after you're ready to pay for the full program. If you're a returning user, that means you purchased access, you enter your email and your password and you click sign in, and you go to the Launchpad learning environment, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So obviously I have access, and I'm now logging in. And whatever your course is, it'll say it up here. Make sure you're in the right course. Make sure I'm the instructor. Make sure the course is right. Make sure your section is right. It's going to vary by whatever course you're enrolled in. Click enter your course. Obviously, there's no assignments due right now because the semester hasn't started. but you can see the assignments later on, and we're going to start with, obviously, the very beginning, the story of psychology, part 1. So you can access the assignments through this. You just click on this, and it'll actually show you the week that it's due. It'll pop up here, and you can click on it. The rest of them will be hidden. So you click on what's due. So if you're doing Module 1, it's in Part 1. We go down to Module 1. Click on Module 1. Here's the actual e-text. So if you wanted to read the beginning of the e-text, you would read it here. Right, you could also read the ebook. So you have an option for the ebook here too. So if you click on this, it'll bring you to the ebook, and then you can click on the ebook Module 1. Click on this section, and it'll pop up. The ebook will pop up, and it's just like the regular book, but it's on your computer or your tablet or whatnot. It's going to be really hard to read this on a phone. You should really read it on a computer or a tablet. Phone will, you're going to end up blind from reading on such a small screen unless you have like one of these giant phones. So let's go back to our assignments. So I'm going to get out of the ebook. I'm going to go back to the assignments here. And there's two ways to look at the assignments. I can go back to the beginning here. I click the home button and I get into Module 1. This is still, and it says to do here. Right? And so anything that says to do, see these to do buttons? I know the menu keeps popping up over it. These to do buttons that you see here, listed here, these are all assignments you have to do. You click on to do button and you will do the assignment. The assignment will pop up. You just follow the steps, right? The directions. And you see the date above the to do, that's the due date. And, so follow the due dates through the course guide, which I'm going to show you. And then for the Launchpad, you're going to click on the to do buttons and complete everything by the due date that's listed above here. So I obviously can't do the to do list right now. Let's see if I can do it as a student. I'm the instructor, so right, so I can do to do here. So this is what you would see if you were a student. This is student mode. This is what you're going to see. You see it says 0% complete. It says 0 of 4 activities are complete for the first week, and you scored 0. So I haven't done anything because I'm not the student. So as you do this, these numbers will go up. You click on to do. Okay. So when you click on to do, it'll bring you to the list of assignments, and it's not wanting to cooperate right now. It'll bring you to a list of assignments, and you can complete them. It's a very easy system. You can also access it instead of from the home screen. This was from the home screen. You can go to calendar, and you can see in the calendar, see February 4th here is listed, 11th. Everything is due on Sundays. You see learning curve, module 1 quiz, video history. If you click on this, it'll actually bring you to, and you click on open, it'll actually bring you to the assignment as well. And so the calendar might be an easier way. This is just one assignment that you would complete. So this is a learning curve. But it'll bring you, so through the calendar, you can also see what's due and click on each one, and it'll bring you through video history of psychology. And it gives you a little video here. You play the video, and then you're going to answer questions afterwards. So very simple to do. Just click on the buttons and complete everything till it's 100%, and you'll be good. So either through the calendar to find the assignments, or through the home screen, right, which is this screen, and then clicking on to do, and it'll bring you through the assignments. And the ebook is listed here under ebook. So that's what you need to know from Launchpad. This is student view. Let me go back to faculty view. And obviously I haven't done any of the assignments this semester, and you haven't either to this point. So you'll find that it's very useful, and you're going to learn a lot. It's going to reinforce what you're learning through the lecture and the book. So let's go back to the syllabus. Here's the discussion board. The Launchpad registration is what I just showed you. What I clicked on in the syllabus is also available under course information. This is the same thing I have in the syllabus. If you click on this link, you'll get to the same Launchpad page. If you need customer support, the phone number is 800-936-6899. Please call them if you have a problem. Do not call me. Do not email me. I am not tech support. I must repeat this once again because this is a very confusing point that a lot of students can't follow. I work at BMCC. I am not tech support. So if you can't open something on your computer, don't contact me because I don't have your computer. I don't know what's going on with the program. I cannot help you. You must contact tech support. You must call this 1-800 number. I am not tech support. Please, please, please sort of make a note of that and call them. Now, if you call tech support and you call them and you can't resolve the problem with tech support, then let me know and I will try to resolve. I will call the publisher and try to resolve the issue. But 99.9% of all problems can be resolved through tech support. And it's usually something like you have the wrong browser, you don't have something installed, you didn't register something correctly. It's something that can be easily fixed by tech support, but it can't be easily fixed by me because I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what computer you're using. I didn't write the program. I didn't write the Launchpad program. So once again, I know I'm reiterating it one more time. Please, I am not tech support. Please call the number. Please, do not email me that I can't open a browser. I can't get into Blackboard. I can't access Launchpad. If you have a problem with Blackboard, you need to call the Blackboard people, which are the Learning Resource Center, the second floor of the library, and you'll see a number within your Blackboard account. You have to call those people for Blackboard issues. I am only the person responsible for the content of the course, not any technical support issues. So it's back to the. Let me go back to the syllabus here. Well, I'm off of the syllabus. So let me go back to the syllabus. Close this up. Oh, I lost the syllabus. So I go back to the syllabus. And here's the syllabus once again. Sorry about that. Once again, this is Launchpad. This is the tech support number. This class is fully online. All exams must be completed during the week assigned. So I give you a full week to complete the exams. The final exam is during final exam week, and I'm opening it up a little bit early for you so you have a full week to complete the final exam as well. If you can't do the exam within a week, I need some serious documentation. Like you were hospitalized. You need to make up a whole bunch of things and you have a note. I need something scanned and sent to me, emailed to me, saying why you couldn't do the exam during the week, why you couldn't complete the assignment during the week. Not that, I had personal issues. And don't be one of these students that say to me, well, I had some personal issues, so I didn't complete half the course. That does not work. If you have a serious problem and you need to run that by me, then you can communicate with me, email me. Let me know what's going on so we're in touch. Do not just stop doing all the work in the course and just show up later on and say, why did I fail? Or, why did I not get a grade? Why did I get a 0 on the exam? Well, you didn't do it and you didn't let me know what was going on. So if you have something serious going on, email me and I will work with you. But if it's not something serious, then do the work. There's no excuses. And don't tell me, well, I don't like the online course. Well, you signed up for it. Maybe you prefer a face-to-face course and you'll know that for the future. But if you signed up for the online course, you got to complete the online course and do your best to get through it. And most students don't have a problem with it. But there are a couple that just, I don't know what's going on. They run away from the course, they disappear, and then they come back and they complain later on saying, well, I had all these things going on and I have no idea what's going on. So you have to communicate with me if there's an issue. Attendance policy, you need to complete the weekly assignments and participate in discussion board. If you do not do the first discussion board assignment, the introduction, you'll be marked as never attending class and removed from the course. So you have to log in and participate in the discussion board to actually be enrolled in the course. And that has to be done the first week of class. And the first discussion board is just an introduction, so it's not very hard to do. But I need to know that you're actually in the system and you're in the class. If you don't do anything, then you're going to be removed. You're going to be marked as never attending. Grading, you have 3 exams at 15% each, online exams. Launchpad assignments, total of 20%. Very important. Do your Launchpad. If you don't do your Launchpad, you're going to get a 0. So make sure you're completing your Launchpad every week because it's 20% of your final grade. The 2 written projects are 10% each and the discussion board is 15%, and obviously the grades are listed below. Academic integrity, plagiarism and cheating will basically get you thrown out of the course. And if I find plagiarism cheating, I go to the academic discipline committee and we look to push things a little further. I have no tolerance for this. No tolerance for cheating, no tolerance for plagiarism. So don't be lazy. Here's a rundown of the class schedule you can look at. And these are the exams and the modules on the exams. Here's where the correlation project is assigned. Correlation project is due. And these are all tentative. I mean, follow the weekly guide. Make sure you're following the course guide and the weekly guide. If there's anything that I push back or whatnot, I will let you know. I will let you know through either an announcement or through email or both. So always check in the Blackboard. You should be logging into Blackboard, I would say a minimum of twice a week to do the work, read the announcements, and also make sure you check your email because this is the only way I can communicate with you. And obviously you have to be registered through the registrar's office and cleared through the bursar's office. If you don't pay your bill, they will drop your schedule. And once you're dropped in the middle of the semester, I can't put you back in because now the course is filled and it's too late to add. And so if you don't get your financial aid on time or get your bill paid, there will be problems. So please take care of that. Financial aid, stay on top of them, make sure everything's getting paid on time, etc. And obviously any questions, you can always, talk to me about it. Let me go back to the Blackboard course itself. So this is course information. You have the syllabus. You have the course guide. So let's see what the course guide looks like. Here's your course guide. Week 1. This is the topic. This is the text, what you're supposed to read. This is the lecture slides that I'm posting. And these are your assignments to be completed. You need to get Blackboard access, register for Launchpad, complete Module 1, and do the icebreaker discussion board posts, and here are the due dates. So this is very streamlined for you to help you organize your semester. So you're week 1, you do week 1 assignments. You're in week 2, you do week 2 assignments, and so on. If you keep doing it every week, you will be fine. Discussion board posts are generally due on a Thursday at noon, and discussion board responses are due Sunday at noon. Whereas Launchpad is due at 11:59 on a Sunday, p.m. on a Sunday. That's the general pattern for the course, and that allows me to optimally grade your assignments. And so you should be sticking to that course, and you have to stick to it week by week. If you stick to the course, you'll be fine in the course. If you think you could just do whatever you want and you'll make your own course up, you're going to have a problem. So please stick to the course guide. Please stick to the weekly guide. So this is the course guide all the way through the final. And this should be like with you when you're doing the course. This is your reference sheet. More so than the syllabus, this is your reference sheet for what has to be done every week. This is very important. It's the course guide. It's under course information. So let's look at the weekly guide. So if you go down here, so let me move you to the weekly guide. You'll find something called the weekly guide. So the weekly guide has the week, the topic, the learning objectives, and they will not all be available for you until the week that the stuff is due. So right, so like you can't get week 16 in week 1. Week 15 will only be available for week 15. Week 14 will only be available for week 14. You can't do the course out of order. You can't just do like 3 weeks at a time. It doesn't work that way. You have to do it week to week. And there's a reason for that. You know, because that is what's going to maximize your performance. You know, you can't just say, okay, I have some time now. I'm going to do 4 weeks worth of content. It doesn't work that way. You have to do it on a week to week basis. If you can't do the work on a week to week basis, then you can't be in the course. You have to drop the course. You're expected to complete the assignments on a weekly basis and be available to do the assignments every week. So if you have like a vacation planned for a month in the middle of the semester that you're not going to do any of the work, and you thought you would do like 8 weeks of work in like 2 weeks before that, you can't do that here. That's not how it works. You have to do it week to week. So let's click on week 1. You'll be getting week 1. You want to watch the introduction video, which you're watching now, right? So you should be here already. You have lecture for module 1. You click on that, you get my lecture for module 1 for the beginning of psychology, introduction to psychology. You got your Launchpad registration, which you've already done, hopefully, or you're doing. Your Launchpad assignment and your discussion board. You click on this and it brings you there. Click on discussion board, brings you to discussion board, right? Very simple. Click on Launchpad, brings you to Launchpad. So I made it convenient for you to navigate the environment here. And that's what you do. That's week 1. Go back to weekly guide if you want week 2. Click on week 2, and you may have some videos here. You watch the videos. You have a discussion board, you have Launchpad, you have 2 lectures, module 2, module 3. You watch those. You do your Launchpad, you do your discussion board, you watch every video and lecture, you're good. And when the exams come, you'll get a heads up for the exam so you can study for it. And the exams will all be given online in Blackboard. So it's pretty straightforward. You have your grades will be here as well, right? So you can access your grades. Under assignments, here's discussion board. You have assignments. You may not have all these tabs that I have, but you'll have a lot of them. It may actually be written assignments for you. Correlation project. You click on the correlation project. The dates may need to be tweaked here, but you click on the correlation project. You got a step-by-step guide to it. You got the correlation data here. This is the data for Excel that you're going to be using. You got your instructions here. And you got a video walkthrough. And then here where it says submit, please submit your assignment here. You click on this, you submit your assignment when it's due. You upload your document as either a PDF or a Word file or whatnot. You can upload it, and then I will grade it online. So your projects are under this tab. You have a behavior modification project. The dates will obviously vary depending on when you're doing it. And that's pretty much it. And it's very easy, so announcements, check your email. I will be posting announcements. Check the weekly guide. Check the course guide, which is under course information. So course information is always the point you should be going back to because it's got the syllabus, the course guide, the rubrics, the Launchpad. So this is like kind of, this is like your anchor point. And then you'll be ready to complete the course, and hopefully you'll enjoy the course, and this will be a good experience for you, and you'll learn a lot. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me through email. You can call my office, but email is by far the best means of communication. Feel free to drop me a line. If you need to meet with me, send me an email, give me a heads up, and I'll try to meet with you if you need to meet face-to-face. Okay, so hopefully you enjoy your spring semester, and I'll see you down the line. So goodbye for now.